Hi, junk journaling friends. This is Lauren with Shabby Chic Sunday. I did a live craft with me event with my friend Nicola at my Shabby Craft Corner yesterday, and we did our live event for Shabby Art Boutiques in the craft room. And we both made altered book art with the new Majestic Forest Faes kit by Shabby Art Boutique. And I just wanted to take a minute and show you my altered book in case you're not a member and therefore you missed it and didn't get to see it. I also want to show you really quickly a tutorial on how I made the really glittery sparkly flowers so that you can make some too. So let me pick this up here. So I just used a very small book. It's about 5 by 7. The length is about the size of my hand. And the first thing I did was I took a ruler so that I could rip all the edges on the top, the bottom, the sides, just to kind of give it more of an old and aged, grungy, authentic look. And then the second thing that I did was I sprayed everything with Delusion's shimmer spray. And this is called, I think this one is Jade, Polished Jade. So I spritzed all this on the pages, and then I just used a paper towel to dab it, just to make sure that everything was cohesive and blended together. And I thought that that matched really nicely with the elements, and it all accented really well together. The mushrooms, let's turn this on here. We made more of those little hot glue fairy mushrooms just to kind of light it up a little bit. And everything is just completely dusted in this beautiful, beautiful glitter sequins. And I'm going to show you how I made that. So let's go ahead and pop this to the side, and I'll show you how I made those sparkly flowers. So all you're going to need is some resin glue and some diamond dust, a spoon, and then a UV lamp. And then I got all of these materials right on Amazon. I will link the products below so that you can find them yourself. But this is just UV resin, and this is not going to adhere to anything or harden unless you have a UV lamp. So you definitely need to have both of those to go together. This is Floracraft Diamond Dust, and it is so sparkly because it's actually chipped pieces of glass. So it's not glitter, it's pieces of glass, and that is what gives it the sparkle. So there is a difference. And then I just have a small little spoon that I use to be able to scoop everything together. So I'm going to grab one of the elements from Carrie Ann's kit. Here's a little paper moth, and I just printed this on 65-pound cardstock, so it's pretty flimsy. And since I knew I was going to be using all of the elements on the sides of the book, I was really concerned about their durability. I didn't want them to break off or bend, over time. I wanted everything to be rock hard and solid so that nothing would be ruined. So that is why we're going to use the resin on top. So you don't need a separate applicator. You're going to just take the top right off, and then you're going to go ahead and just cover your butterfly in the gloss. And a little bit goes a long way. You don't need a lot. And so you're just going to take your time and make sure you get all over. And what was really nice about this too is that in these elements, there's so many butterflies and dragonflies and moths and other little creatures that have antennas and little legs and feelers and all of that. And those are obviously really delicate. So when you put on the resin, that's going to keep that all intact. And so it won't break off. So you can see how there is a bit of a glaze there. So let's go ahead and open up our glass pieces. Isn't that pretty? And I'm just going to use a spoon, and I'm going to shake it right over so that any of the excess can fall right back into the jar. And you're going to just completely cover whatever element you're working with in the glitter. So that's what you have so far. Now again, this is not going to solidify until you put it under the UV lamp. And it's only going to take a couple of seconds to work. So I'll turn my light on, and I'm going to go ahead and pop that underneath. And this has a natural timer of 45 seconds, but you will not need to use it that long. I would say the longer that you leave it in, the more that the edges will start to curl up. And so in my case, since it's a moth or, using a butterfly, I want those edges to curl up so it looks more realistic. But if you want to leave it nice and flat, just leave it in for a couple of seconds and that'll do the trick. Okay, so that is already hardened. So we'll pop that right out. And then this is what you're going to have. And it is so sparkly and glittery. And so if I wanted to, I could crack this and it would just snap apart. But it would take some effort. This is pretty rock hard. And so then all I did was, I have a couple different pages that I sectioned off and glued together right in the middle, but I left the edges open so that I could fit my elements right inside, just as so. And now everything is nice and hard, and it won't break off in the years to come. So just a really simple trick, something fun to do, and it's really quick and it's fast, and you can add this to any paper element that you want. And that is that. So if you are considering becoming a member of the craft room, it is a lot of fun, and we hope to see you there.